Hello, everyone. Welcome to another scene for Miami, the Kingdom of the Southern Gate, a Changeling the Lost venue. In this scene, we start with Rose. She is heading into Spring Court to have a conversation with Claudio Donati. And yeah, that's what she's doing. She's walking. Bitch is walking.
uh, Out of what looks to be the kitchen because I imagine the kitchen and the front door are kind of linked, just so it'll be easier to get something to eat before you leave or coming in and finding the kitchen. So you will see a chick who smells distinctively of strawberries will walk up to Rose. Hello.
Smile. Hello.
Um, I just wanted to um I heard from a lot of people. I don't think you know who I am. I'm Jasmine, and I wanted to. You're. I'm newly. I was courtless, but I'm not anymore. And I found my home here, and it says that you're one of the more fashionable ladies, and I want to get. Um, would you be willing to help me
A
find something
big smile on Rose's face. A huge smile.
with that?
Of course.
Oh, thank you so much. It was just one of those things I didn't know how to. She'll kind of like toss and play with her hair. I just didn't know like I'm bad at being a girl, so I figured I'd ask.
Oh my god. I was just thinking, how fucking cute is she? Um,
I
I would be more than happy to teach you. Um, pull out like a little notepad out of her purse and write down her number and give it to Jasmine.
She'll take it. Do you am I being too rude if I like can I watch you? Not watch you in like a weird way, but just look. I promise I won't say anything. As she puts her hands over her mouth.
I mean, what?
I just want to see you be you. I heard so much.
Well, I'm on my way to have a meeting, but I suppose if you want to watch me walk, you can watch me walk. She
If
gives
it's not
kind of a little.
if if it's not too much trouble.
No, no, of course not. And um,
I need
God, her ego right now
the
is
roll.
amazing.
Johnny, do I have to roll or no?
No, as they're speaking at Rose, and she is equally like, whoa, pause, hold on.
Okay.
And she'll stop and look at the both of them and smile.
Rose will smile back.
She'll look at her a moment and then tilt her head as though she recognizes her and smiles even more, like broader.
Uh, Jasmine will hold her backpack that she's holding. Says Hello Kitty.
Oh my
Of
god.
course it does.
My
Of course it fucking does. That's amazing.
The girl will kind of look at Jasmine and she's like, you are so pretty.
Oh my god, you're so pretty too. Oh my gosh.
I know! Oh my god!
Rose is just kind of looking at her like, what is going on? She'll say to her, I don't believe we've met before.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh, I'm just Marie.
Marie, I'm
Yes.
Rose.
You're beautiful, but is that what they call you?
My
Shit.
name is Rose.
Shit.
Rose is kind of giving her a little side eye, like, what the fuck?
Damn it. She'll just kind of look down. Dad! And she'll look back up. And smile.
Jasmine.
No, Marie. Oh, no. You mean, oh, yes. Your name is Jasmine. My name is Marie.
Yeah.
Your name is Jasmine. Rose. Hi. She'll wave.
Rose will give a little wave back.
I've never been to the spring court before. It's beautiful. And there's so many handsome people here. And there are these men who will sleep with you. She'll nod.
No way.
Yes way! One of them is named Victor. He is gorge. He's got that whole silver fox thing going on. And his hair, and his muscles, and everything. And I don't even have to flirt with him. He'll just sleep with me.
You'll see Jasmine like grab her hands and they'll kind of just jump up in one spot. That's what's happening.
Oh my god!
Rose can't even right now. She's like, what the fuck? That's too much for her automass.
No, my boss is completely like, as long as you leave me alone and you don't do anything and just bug off, you can do whatever you want. But I don't think he meant, well, no, maybe not that. I don't know. She'll shake her head. Shrug.
But we're being rude. We didn't want to hold you up.
We are being rude. I'm so sorry.
No, it's quite all right.
She'll grab Jasmine's hands and she's like, do you want to go to the Lion's Den with me and look at the Sage Escorts?
I wanted to see something, but I'll meet you up there. Is that okay, right? Fine, okay. 5 minutes?
5 minutes?
5 minutes.
Yay! And she'll run off.
Well, she's
Jasmine
certainly energetic.
That was harder than I thought it'd be. Anyway,
Rose just like, she was certainly energetic.
too energetic. Probably. Anyway,
So
back to normal.
Rose is like, she starts to walk away. She gives a little, she struts a little extra exaggerated. Just really showing off is what she's doing.
As Rose approaches Claudio, she sees a very nice Armani suited man, like the back of him, and his hair is very silvery gray, and he's shaking hands with him and mumbles something that you can't make out. Something close to a thank you or it was nice working with you. That sort of it has that air about it, but. And he turns around as you approach. He just gives you this smile. He winks at you and puts his fingers to his forehead and tilts his head in respect.
Jasmine was like, oh my god, he talked to you. Oh my god, what were you supposed to say? What the fuck? What do you want? What the hell? She's looking down, like, biting her nails.
You guys notice that Claudio will tuck something into his coat pocket.
Rose will recognize Andre from the club and will approach.
Just tilts his head. Rose.
Andre. We didn't officially talk the other night, but I remember you.
Well, it's a pleasure to officially meet you then.
Pleasure to meet you as well.
If you'll excuse me, I really must be on my way. Claudio. And he just inclines his head and leaves.
Rose is like, wait, hang on a moment.
Oh, I'll pause. Right. Turn. Yes.
I want to ask you about someone.
I will do what I can to help you.
It's more personal. It doesn't have anything to do with business.
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite hear it.
She said, it's more personal. It doesn't have anything to do with business.
I will see what I can do. I won't promise to give an answer if I know I can't give it.
She has this like grin on her face, and she kind of moves Andre off to the side a little bit. And she'll say, how do you feel about him?
He searches her eyes a little bit. And
She has a genuine interest. Like there's no malice or anything.
What was a very coy smirk as usual, sort of firms into a smile. I want to get him know better.
She'll nod.
And
he wants to get to know you too.
I don't want to pressure anything or ask him to give anything he can't afford to give.
Of course. I do want to let you know that I have a friendship that has some occasional benefits.
He sort of just half chuckles. Listen.
I figured I'd be upfront with you about that, just in case things progress farther.
He inclines his head.
Wait.
What William decides to do or not is up to him. How much he includes me is also up to him.
Of course.
I'm not going to ask anyone to be who they're not. Unless they want to be.
She smiles at that. That is very refreshing to hear.
He looks at the adorable young lady and gives her this coy grin and a nod. And he looks back at Rose. If I may, my associate will be waiting for me somewhere. He rolls his eyes.
She pops back up, and she smiles up at him. And she'll turn at Jasmine, and she was like, I know I said I was going to wait for you, but I couldn't find it. And then she'll look back at him. So, listen, boss, now that we're kind of, like looking at Andre, she's like, listen, boss, now that we're kind of not working again anymore today, do you want to maybe go get dinner at home in bed?
He looks at her and arcs an eyebrow and he says, you have yet to email me those reports.
I did email these.
I will sleep when I sleep. And when I receive those reports, you can have some time off. Not now. Marie. Not now. If you'll excuse us. And he inclines himself.
Before Andre leaves, Rose will say softly into his ear, Will's a good man. He deserves someone like you. He's definitely worth taking the time for.
He inclines his head, winks at her again.
Marie will stick her tongue out at the back of his head, like, yeah.
Jasmine will wave. Jasmine will wave at Andre.
Rose will smile and squeeze. She waved.
Oh.
She waved at him.
Yeah.
Rose will smile and squeeze Andre's shoulder.
If she waves, he'll do the thing he did when he touches his fingers to his forehead and just nods.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you those emails. He'll just shake his head. She'll shake her head. And she'll go to Jasmine and she'll kind of like sigh big, like, oh my god.
Work sucks, I know.
I don't want to work. Well, I do want to work, but in a more up and down fashion. Anyway. What? Oh. What do I do? I tried wearing different perfumes. I tried wearing cute clothes. I tried leather. I tried wearing everything. I even put my panties in his pocket one time.
Maybe you're trying too hard? I don't know.
I can't not try too hard. I'm beautiful.
You are beautiful, sweetie, but maybe you're doing a little too much.
I don't understand. I was made to be a vision of perfection and beauty. She'll whimper.
Here we go again with an emotional mute trying to pretend that they have emotions.
She'll look at her and she'll tilt her head and she'll say, Can you help me? Please?
Help you to what, my dear?
I want to sleep with that man. He won't sleep with me because he says I'm the boss's daughter. Which, okay, yeah, I am, but whatever. Please.
Look at Rose like, I don't know what to do. Not what I wanted. We'll see.
Lip out.
We'll see. Right?
Okay. But I'll find you again. Bye. She'll like wave at her and skip off. Lucci's just watching all of this like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All of you. Collectively as a court. Fuck the spring court, I'm joining Autumn. Then he'll kind of look at Jasmine and like tilt his head and blink, and then he just looks away like, oh no, wow.
Jasmine just chuckles.
Oh no, oh god. I told you you got a hobby. That's not what I meant.
He needs to figure it out first, to be fair, Johnny.
He'll just kind of, he does kind of look at her and tilt his head and just, he hasn't quite figured it out. It's just one of those things where I can type to you how he may have figured it out, even that quickly. It's simple. He knows all of the people who belong to the court. He's the consort.
That's fine.
And in noticing the what he noticed, it's kind of like, oh, you got to be kidding me. Okay. But he gets a small smile, just kind of like, really? Wow, that's wow.
We'll let it.
Miss Jasmine.
Okay.
Is that your name?
Yes, of course.
He'll just look down with a smile and kind of shake his head, like kind of laughing softly. Do you need anything? Miss Rose needed a private meeting with me.
No, I was just going to sit and observe. If that's okay,
Alas,
Miss Rose,
it is court business, my dear.
as you wish.
I'm sorry. You know, if I could indulge you with everything I ever possibly could, I would.
She will furrow her brow. As you wish.
Are we still on for 6 tomorrow? That's
She
actually out of game. Him checking, by the way, to see if he's right.
confused look like she doesn't understand what you're talking about.
His brow will go up, like one brow,
hmm
and he'll kind of think for a moment. It pulls him back for a moment, but he really needs to talk to Rose, so he'll let it go for now.
Fair enough. And she will look back towards Rose. Call me later. Some pointers.
Rose will. She'll nod. I will.
Thank you. She'll gotta go, and she'll pick up her bag and head off.
He just blinks for a moment, like he's like lost, and then he'll kind of look at Rose, and then look back to Jasmine as she walks away, and then look back at Rose, and then back to Jasmine. Like, I'm so confused right now.
Rose, I kind of am too. I have a fan. I think that's. She heard that I was the person to go to for fashion and how to dress and how to be a girl. So I guess I'm taking on a project.
He'll smile at her softly, and he'll offer his arm.
She'll take it.
To my office.
She'll nod and start walking towards the office.
Okay. He'll get in there. It's actually a large size office. It's not the kind of office where it's like, you know, fucking table, desk, blah blah blah. It's a parlor, and there is a desk in there, but it's large, and there's like a seating area, and it's the office of the consort, so it's got things of alternative springly delights. And he'll basically he'll go to the couch and he'll sit down and he'll tuck his legs under him. And actually no, that's wrong character. Again, I'm sorry, I zoned out when he dropped. He'll go and sit on one end of the couch, motion for her to take the other if she wishes.
She will.
How can I help you, Miss Black? Or is it Miss Nielsen?
Well, it's Nielsen.
It's fine.
We haven't talked in a while. I wanted to talk with you. How are you doing?
Is this business or is it more off the cuff?
I'm checking on you.
Oh.
It's not really business.
But relax. Why are you checking on me?
She'll smile. Because I'd like to think that we're friends, and I haven't seen you in a while.
We are friends. We're just busy.
Indeed.
And I think things have gotten awkward after that night.
Yeah.
I can't remember which one of us never returned the call. But
I'm sorry.
for what?
For not checking up sooner. I know we're both busy, but I should be better at keeping in touch.
So what you're saying is that you think we both know that it's not that. I didn't want to stifle your growth at the time. I would have been interested in more, but you seemed as though you were very intent on making a name for yourself, divested of anyone's position or what they could bring to your station. Although that night was memorable, and I certainly think back on it fondly. I don't. I'll smile.
Where. Okay, so everything that's happened recently, I didn't plan at all. I had no intention of. I was pretty sure that love was not something that was for me. And but then I met Lexa, and everything changed.
I'll smile. I have been seeing someone. His name is Tucker. And I don't know where to go with it. I care for him, I do. But I also know that monogamy doesn't suit me very well.
She
And
nods as she knows that.
I may
She's
have,
the same way.
all right, I may have misrepresented that to him. And I know it's just one of those situations of talk to him about it. But at the same time, I feel like it's not that simple.
She'll nod. One thing that I've come to learn, things like this are best talked about sooner rather than later.
I just don't want him to think that because I don't wish monogamy, that I don't wish to be with him or even see him as the most important person in my life.
Of course.
I do. I just don't. I don't crave. I don't. He'll shake his head. I don't know how to describe it.
I understand. I can't be, for lack of a better term, tied down to one person.
I just don't want him to think that it has anything to do with him.
Of course. That's always hard.
He'll look down and look back up to her. It's very clear that he has thoughts going through his head involving her.
She'll she'll lean forward a little bit she'll say, "What are you thinking?"
Xavier got into my head earlier.
He did. What did he say?
We were speaking about you. And sorry. We were
Bless
speaking
you.
about you. And somehow the topic of he'll roll his hand and shrug. Somehow the topic of a physical encounter between us came up. And it just threw me off.
Okay. And what exactly was said about this encounter?
He asked if I wanted to fuck you. His names. And I said no. That wasn't the point of what I was trying to get at. But then he made me think about and then he'll just shrug like I don't think he knows that you and I have a history. So I don't think he knew that bringing up the subject would bring my thoughts to those nights. So
I know that. Oh, go ahead. Go on.
No, he says, so I'm just remembering things. That's all.
Good memories, I hope.
Did they involve you?
She'll smile. I know that I probably have a certain reputation for using physical means to get what I want sometimes. It's not my intention to do that. I don't go into she kind of like Claudio doesn't see Rose stumble over her words very often. It's never my first intention.
He'll smile. I don't see where, even if you did, it's something that should be held against you or wrong.
I really don't either, but some people have their thoughts and feelings on things of that nature, which, while I don't really care, to be honest, because everybody that I care about and they don't care. If people can't accept me for who I am, then fuck them, right?
If a man can fuck himself through half the city without anyone caring, keep harems of women, see himself as a stud, I don't see where a woman needs to apologize for doing the same. You like powerful men. And women. And there's nothing wrong with that.
You know, when I first met Lexa, I didn't realize who he was until later.
Most people don't. He's so unassuming that you wouldn't think that he's the consort of the Winter Court. But then again, at the same time, with their Legacy of Secrets. That makes sense in a bit.
It does. Did you know that he was in a, I don't even want to call it a relationship, but I suppose that's what it was, with a woman for about a year. She was very, she was abusive to him.
His brow will go up. No.
I remember Rocky telling me the night I met him that he had some scratches on his arms. I didn't really think anything of it. But then I started noticing little things, especially when I spent more time with him and after I moved in. Well, I've only been moved in for like 5 days. The second night after I moved in, he came home. I was woke up by the sound of the shower. He'd gone out of the shower, sat down in the living room, and he was crying. He had a bruise and a welt on his cheek, and welts on his arms. And he wouldn't even let me touch him. I knew that there was this woman that he worked with that was mean to him sometimes, but I assumed it was verbally, which, given the business he's in, while I didn't like it, I figured it wasn't something to worry about too much. The state he was in, and he told me the extent of their relationship. I found her, and I destroyed her, and she will never see this world again. She's not dead, but she won't be around here anymore.
Well, not.
And looking back, that explains some of his behavior. He's reclusive anyway, but sometimes he was even more so. And he would wear things that didn't quite make sense, especially summer in Miami.
He'll like think about it for a moment, and he'll tilt his head and say, "You have a good point. I never thought about that." He does tend to cover his limbs and wear heavy clothing. I thought he was just cold. I thought that his mantle left him to where he didn't have to account for the weather. And he just liked wearing more clothing. But yeah, I never thought about that. He'll shake his head.
I feel bad that I didn't catch it sooner.
You can't hold it against yourself. Things like that happen all the time. So you're happy?
She'll smile. I am happier than I ever thought I'd be in my life. Those two mean the world to me.
Is something wrong, Rose? You seem as though
No.
I didn't know if you just
Seem
came to me.
as though what?
You seem as though there's something wrong and that you need someone to confide in. He'll get up and he'll go and kind of sort through his wine bottles and pick one he knows she'll like. Sits back down and pours him 2 glasses, passes one.
I wouldn't say that there's anything wrong, but there is someone I've been kind of seeing lately. I'm fairly certain it's not going to work out.
Oh.
I don't think she'd like me to be myself. And I can't give up myself. After I did what I did to that cunt, I went out the next night with Rocky. And William was there. And Kim, Lady of Nightmares.
We're familiar.
And William wanted me to tell her what I had done and I knew after meeting her for 5 seconds, I could tell that she would enjoy my story.
She is a Lady of Nightmare.
So I told it. And I didn't hold back on detail or expression. After, she pulled me aside and said that she was sad that I did that I felt the need to brag about something so heinous in public. I am Autumn Court. I am proud that I was true to my court and avenged the man that I love. She deserved to suffer way more than what I gave her.
I'll not.
But she will suffer. Will suffer endlessly, forever.
The more she talks about suffering, the more he looks happy. But she like chastised me for being who I was. I think you know Fiona. Down and looks back up. Fiona and I have slept together.
Well, now.
It was when she was newly returned. When I was sure she had her... When I was sure she had her agency back. We just spent a night. It wasn't quite the night you and I had. Oh, I'll shake his head. No. It was good. I remember it fondly. I know she's probably moved on 10 times over and again and probably barely remembers it. I doubt I mean anything to her. He'll smile sadly and kind of look down and then look back up.
I'm sorry.
I appreciate Fiona's independence. I would never seek to
course you wouldn't. You're not that type of man.
He smiles softly.
I just think I can't be with someone who isn't going to accept me for who I am. And if I have to be careful of what I say to my fellow autumn courtiers in public in front of her, especially in a place where it's safe to speak freely, what kind of relationship is that?
I admire Fiona's ability to know what she wants and to her conviction to want no, accept nothing less.
We're similar in that regard. What do you think?
I think that if you cannot live authentically together, then how can you have an authentic relationship? And I think I'm going through the same thing myself.
She'll,
I do. But I find myself unable to devote my singular attention to him. I miss the touch of others. I miss being able to. I miss the chase. I miss certain of my lovers.
then you should talk to him. And if he can't accept you for who you are, as much as it hurts, it's gonna hurt less to not be together than it would be to be together.
The same to you, then.
I know. I've already decided that. I like her a lot. I do. I just think we're probably better off just friends. And I want to remain her friend and not get to a point where there's going to be anger and resentment. I don't want that for either of us.
I'm in a motley with the man she's raising her children with.
Dominic.
Mm-hmm. He frustrates me.
Why is that?
That's why I was seeing Andre.
Oh?
He is so used to being cast aside or pushed out or left behind or picked last that he doesn't even crave more. He just accepts that that's his lot. So I bargained for a bit of confidence for him and a bit of his ability to take the leap, as it were. if he so felt inclined, to not have his past cripple him quite so badly when it came to the possibility of giving another a chance. I know that Fiona is a non-option, but
That's good. He needs to find someone.
I just want to see him happy, and he's not happy right now. He's content. I've not seen him happy in years. I considered asking you if you wanted to meet him. I know that you have a way with... I know that you like... If you were Spring Court, you would have made an excellent escort. You would have been an amazing...
She'll smile.
As a note, by the way, this is for the audience, but also minorly for yourself. That is in no way, shape, or form a fucking insult. That's actually a very high compliment.
Mm-hmm. That's why she's smiling. You look like you have more on your mind than you're letting on.
What do you mean?
You just see it. You're holding back something.
I'm just very sad for Dominic. It has nothing to do with Fiona, and my problem is that there's a part of me that is afraid that she would think that any sadness on anyone's part for him were about her. The fact of the matter is
not.
that Fiona's a good woman, and she's a damn good member of the Summer Court. But she also has singular focus on what she cares for, on what pleases her, on what makes her happy, on what she needs.
Yes. I would agree with that.
There's nothing wrong with that.
She
But
shakes
I'm
her
not
head.
happy. I'm not happy to see my motley mate tied up in that. He shakes his head because he doesn't want to insult her, and he's trying to find a way to tactfully word it.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine for her to be like that. It's just not easy for me to see my motley mate in it. He dedicates himself to her so fully that he neglects himself. Something I believe neither of them would want. Well, I don't think he cares. I don't think she wants it. But at the same time, I don't know what to do for him. I don't know how to break him out of it. I had thought, again, as I said, to introduce you to him and let you... You're a very beautiful woman. And you're very good at reminding men what it is to enjoy the company of a beautiful woman. I say that from experience.
She'll smile.
So I had thought to introduce you to him. But I can see, obviously, your path has taken you down a road that makes you probably less available to that.
I am completely unavailable. I'm just
You
it's
have
complicated, I think.
you have enough satisfaction that you no longer feel the need to search. Is that it?
Yes.
Come on. I respect that.
And I don't think that he would want anything casual. And I'm not I can't do something that's more than just casual.
I can't presume to know what the man wants. You can always pull the move you pulled on William the other night. His brow will go up with a smile.
Tell you about that.
Of course you told me about that.
My husband put me up to it.
I could tell. How come I don't get welcome homes like that?
On with Tucker and we'll arrange that.
We wouldn't.
You don't think? Try me.
He'll... Okay, Missy. He'll lean in. He'll, like, get all up in her personal space by leaning in, with just a little small smirk on his face.
She'll lead in, but she'll kiss him on the cheek when you find out what's going on with Tucker.
Oh, God, I can't. Oh. Oh, my God. I wish I could spread you out on my couch right now, but I can't. He'll rub his face. Oh, maybe I am more in love than I thought I was. Oh, he just looks like he's devastated internally. Have you ever met the man?
Not officially.
Not Tucker. Dominic. Not so that you can throw your vagine at him. He'll wave his hand. And I'm not going to stop you.
Do you think that meeting me and spending time with me, even on a friendship level, would help him? Then I would be willing to help. For sure.
Would you like to?
Yes, I would.
He'll nod. And he'll get up. And he'll kind of scoop her up playfully and spin her around.
She'll laugh.
And kind of hold her, like, in her... He'll hold her indulgently in his arms for a minute.
She'll smile and look up at him. I have missed you.
I've missed you too. We should. Even if we don't find ourselves in each other's beds again. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't see each other more.
I agree with that.
We've both changed as people a bit. Now that I'm consort of this damn court. Maybe I'm
I
worthy
know.
of your presence, Miss Nielsen.
She'll smile and she'll actually blush.
He'll, he'll kiss her on the very tippy corner of her lips, like where he's not actually kissing her mouth, but it's so indulgent and like dripping with yes.
She'll kind of
And
like she'll kind of go limp a little bit, like, oh god.
no pullback. Part of me that just wants to run you into his office and see it is how long before he passes out. You always give me the most wicked autumnal thoughts. What would happen if you just walked in and nothing but Louboutins? Just sat across from him.
I suppose we could find out. But do we want to traumatize him though?
He'll pull out a coin. Heads yes, tails no.
All right. Heads yes, tails no.
He flips the coin. No, fuck you. He flips the coin. Not you. Fuck you. Fuck you. He flips the coin. It lands heads. He's a fucking game player. Your ass for making a deal to game player. Was that fair? Was that fair to say?
Yes. Oh my god. Oh.
Like what I said in chat. It's important. So he'll get her close to his office. His office is more like a genuine office. He'll get her close to his office and he'll hold his hand out.
She'll take it.
No, I'm not taking you in there. You're walking in there alone. I don't want you to drop your clothes all over the place like a savage.
What do you take me for?
A savage. I just said that.
In some ways, I suppose.
He'll do give me hands.
She will, she'll take off her clothes.
He'll playfully kind of, he'll pin her to the wall, but it's playful.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll say, did you ever consider that? Just wanted to see you naked again. And kind of nip her neck playfully.
And did you consider that maybe I wanted you to?
He'll tuck her panties into his pocket. You're not getting these back, you know.
That's completely fine. You can have them.
He'll throw his dress and her bra over his shoulder. And smile. and do the, away you go. There you go. There's his office.
She will go and make herself comfortable in his office. Maybe she has a thought of sprawling herself out on the desk.
Nice!
She looks around and thinks about it. Not.
I'm rolling, hold on. Yes! Thank God. About 5 minutes later, walk in. Stop. Like full, like the door closes behind him because he was expecting this. And he just stops. He just stops and he just blinks like. I And
Rose.
can I help you?
She'll take a deep breath and she'll smile. Indeed, you can. Uh, hmm. Did I lose or did I win?
I don't know. What was the stipulation of the Claudio put you up to this? He just nods.
And she'll laugh and she'll nod.
He
He
swallowed
did.
so hard. Are you cold?
No, actually,
It's very hard.
she'll look down at herself like, all right. She's not bothered. It is apparent that she is extremely comfortable being naked. It does not matter.
Uh, oh god. He'll just rub his face, like his forehead, like, oh my god.
You must be
Very.
Dominic.
Have we met?
Not officially. I am Rose
Yes.
Black.
Oh. Well, hello, Miss Rose Black. How are you?
I'm doing well.
I'm-
How are you?
I'm hard. Fine. I'm fine.
Rose's smile just widens even more.
It's been a very long day for me. Oh my god. It's the bridge of his nose.
She'll she'll get up off of his desk.
Oh my god. He'll just look up and then look back down, trying everything within his power to keep his eyes above the boobs. Which he's been doing the whole time. I don't fucking knows how he's done it, but he's done it. For like 2 seconds, he knows her nipples were hard. That was it. Peripheral vision. He can't help it.
Right? She's
Should I be naked? Am I supposed to be naked too?
only if you want to be.
Would you like to see my tattoos?
Yeah, sure.
That seems like there we go. He'll just pull his suit jacket off. I'm gonna fucking die. And he'll unbutton his shirt. And then he'll remember he has a fucking tie on like an asshole. And take the tie off. And he'll fucking character. I love her. I love her so hard. And he'll take his tie off. And it's one of those things where, you know, when you're struggling with your tie and you kind of almost garrot yourself with it. It's one of those deals.
If he's struggling, she'll actually step forward and help him remove his tie.
He swallows so hard you can hear it. And he'll slide his undershirt off. There is one thing that she catches. And I want to type this. But there is one thing that
Okay.
she catches about the way he's looking at her.
Okay.
The audience can fuck them. I don't really care if they've been watching this long. They can fuck off.
do, 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 do. She'll notice. Um,
He kind of chews his lip, and he'll reach down and slowly, basically, kind of pull his. And he'll so that she can see uh, his shoulders and his arms, like his biceps. He has just these beautiful wing markings on his arm. It looks like you would think of it as a tattoo. It's
uh-huh.
actually like his skin, like a part of his skin, essentially.
Oh, nice.
It doesn't have the subtle rays of a tattoo.
Hmm.
I'll actually post a picture of it really quick. Fuck it, why not? No, don't be very low battery. Uh, don't die, computer. Here, hold on. That's what his tattoo looks like. There's markings.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's awesome.
They cover basically like his upper back and shoulders and biceps. I was a cherub in Arcadia. I was,
Wow.
you know those little bookends that people kind of
Mhm.
stick on their shelves to hold their their books. Yeah, I was a little baby angel cherub, and that was
How did you get out?
I was thrown out when I got too big. I was, I think, 2 or 3.
And then what happened?
Hayden found me, and he brought me here. He, for the most part, he's the one that kept me, too. But both of them were really busy, so I just kind of looked after myself. They fed me, and they made sure that, especially when I was a small baby, they made sure that I was, that I had food and clothes and that I didn't die. But after that, they just, the more independent I came, the more they just let me take care of myself.
She'll she'll reach her hand up and kind of brush his hairline very softly.
His breath will catch. I know. I'm old.
No, you're not.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I couldn't get the senior discount at IHOP, but 49.
How?
He'll lick his lips.
While Claudio put me up to lying sprawled out on your desk, I did have a genuine interest.
See that? Do you want to go someplace not my office, but not my office?
Sure. I need to get my clothes back from Claudio.
We don't have to leave, actually.
Oh, okay.
He'll over to a snow globe that is actually pure, top to bottom, and everything about it black. Like it's drinking up the light around it, basically. It doesn't look like it's like somebody painted with Vanta Black.
Okay.
And he'll pick it up and give it a swirl and take your hand. And for a moment, they're basically kind of pulled into a whirl of like what you would imagine would be like to have been sucked into the snow globe. And then after a second, it just kind of materializes into kind of like a warm... First off, that's the first thing she notices, is that she's warm now. And it's kind of just like a cozy, rustic, little hidey-hole bohemian living space. It has a very almost kind of womb-like feel to it. And he'll smile.
Wow. She'll smile back at him.
She notices that there's, on one of the walls, there are a lot of like pictures and stuff like that. One of like pictures, and two of like drawings and like little pieces of like kitty craft work and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll smile as she looks at it.
She'll look at all the pictures.
It seems to be him with a lot of different children. Some of them like where he's like kind of holding some kids while like they like have like, you know, baseballs, you know, and stuff like that, and like bats, and they're like laughing, and him like in a movie theater with kids, or like at the zoo, or just kind of like just hanging out with like kids. And like a couple of older children too, they're not all little children. And he'll blush. I'm a social worker.
She'll nod. You really love kids.
I do. I don't ever want anyone to feel the way I felt. They did
I
their
can
best.
understand that.
He'll nod. Are you okay? You can take your heels off if you want. That doesn't look terribly comfortable.
She'll smile. More comfortable than you think. I practically live in these things, but she'll take them off.
I only ran around in heels once. I wasn't a fan.
You get used to them after a while. It does take some getting used to, but I've been wearing heels in various styles for several years.
Claudio and I once for Halloween went as Adina and Patsy. That was Patsy. He was eating. So I had to wait.
She'll smile.
Sweetie darling.
Is that?
He does like that.
Do you have any pictures of that?
Although I am positive I very explicitly mentioned that I hoped all evidence of that night would be buried. I'm sure Lucci has one or two. It wasn't that long ago. It was a couple of years ago.
She'll smile and make a note to dig up the picture.
He'll kind of sit down on one of the couches. Actually, before he does, he'll like hesitate, stop, and then think for a second. I'm gonna take the rest off, okay? If you don't mind, that is.
She said okay. I don't know if it transmitted.
So yeah, he'll
Sorry. She said okay and nods her head.
he'll unbuckle and kind of slide his boxers and pants off and sit down. He'll kind of tuck his legs under himself and kind of like curl up into the couch, just kind of looking at her.
She'll sit down next to him.
I'm normally not this. I'll just shake his head like he doesn't know what to say. I'm like with. I don't know. I feel strange, but not in a bad way. There's this anxiety I always have, and I just don't feel it so strongly right now. Maybe it's you.
She'll smile. People say I have an effect on them. I'm not sure what it is, but I can usually bring things out that they don't necessarily share with other people.
He'll smile.
I thought that you could use a friend at the very least.
I like friends.
She'll smile.
But I want to. I don't. He'll shake his head. If we're friends, I want to be able to give to you too. Does that make sense? I want it to be mutually beneficial.
She'll smile. Of course.
I'm sorry, I'm having trouble processing what exactly I'm supposed to do with a very beautiful naked woman sitting next to me on my couch. And there's a part of me that says, hey, you should probably be coming on to her. But then there's another part of me that's like, you can't just enjoy the company of a nude woman without having sex with her.
I am open to whatever you feel comfortable with.
What do you want from me? What I want is to know what you want. To know what I can do to please you. to fill your desire.
She'll chew on her bottom lip for a second. What I want. From what I hear, you are an amazing man and an amazing father. What I want is to get to know you. And to see how I can enrich your life in a way that's going to be beneficial for you and me. Now, I'm sure you know, with the Winter King and his consort, that relationship is not closed. But
You're not.
as of right now, I'm not wanting much more than I don't know if casual is the right word, but I don't want right now another full blown relationship, I guess you could say. But I like friends, and I like making friends feel good about themselves, and
You can be more straightforward. It's okay.
she thinks for a second, like, friends with benefits.
A smile.
What do you want?
To kiss you.
She'll smile. And
Did you say she leans in?
okay. Yes.
I'll put a thumb on her lip. He kind of lifts up and puts his thumb on her lip. Didn't say I was going to, but I just said I wanted to. Almost kind of like a cheeky playfulness.
She'll smile. She'll kind of shake her head.
He'll lean in and kiss her. He was just playing.
Does my specialty count?
What is it again? It wasn't on a sheet.
Ocean.
What was that? Emotion? That was a no, by the way, just in case it got lost to technical difficulties.
Oh, Yeah, I didn't hear you. Okay.
I'm
No.
sorry.
Okay. Well,
But you do have +2 dice.
sweet. Okay. Just one success.
As you are getting closer to this man and opening yourself up to him physically, and as you're coming, like, not onto him, but you know what I'm saying, starting to sink into him a little bit, basically, and kind of relax around him.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I'm playing this off correctly or not. I hope I am. There is something shockingly familiar about him that Rose can't put her finger on, but he reminds her of someone.
Okay. That's interesting.
And it's like, it's a deep reminder. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's a familiarity there that she's just feeling in his presence. Something about the way he moves, behaves, something about the way that he acts is just familiar.
That will definitely make her much more comfortable. But it will bewilder her a little bit. She'll she'll want to explore that.
So he'll kiss her for a while. Just a slow kind of, a slow, deep makeout session, basically.
Hmm.
I'm fine with casual, if you are. Something,
Yes.
something might come along. He'll shrug like he does not expect it, but I might as well pay attention to what I have in front of me, right?
Yes. You should.
Well, I am.
She'll stroke his cheek.
He'll smile and kind of, he'll turn his head and catch her lips in his fingertips, like her fingertips in his lips,
Hmm.
and look back at her.
I'm glad that I agreed to meet you.
Oh,
I've heard a lot about you. Just do it yet.
none of it's good.
Most of it's good.
He'll
In
blush and
fact,
look down.
actually, I don't recall hearing a bad thing about you.
Oh,
Yeah. You are from what I've heard and from what I see in front of me. You are kind, caring, compassionate, a wonderful father. You care a lot about your children.
I do. Very much. You remind me of a song. That I know. It's a short little ditty, literally. It's just a couple of lines.
Well, I'd like to hear it.
I'm not a singer, but whatever. Might as well. I'll just kind of shrug like he doesn't really care if he doesn't sound good. It's Irish, I think. I think I hear Tucker Morgan sing it sometimes. If I had money enough to spend and leisure time to sit a while, there is a fair maid in this town who surely has me heart beguiled. Her rosy cheeks and ruby lips, my own, she has my heart enthralled. I gently rise and softly call, good night and joy be to you all. Which to hear that coming out of a gay man is just really funny, but I'll smile at her.
She'll smile back at him. That was really good.
I'm no singer, I just don't really care if I don't sound good. I think that's one thing that surprises people about me is how completely okay I am with being mediocre.
She'll kind of look at him. You okay.
You broke up a little bit.
She said, "You are not mediocre."
Oh? You don't think so?
She shakes her head. No, I don't.
He'll lean his head back and kind of... His head actually drops back, like kind of over the arm of the sofa. And he kind of blinks at his bed. Is it bad that I'm too tired to get up and go to it, even if I have a beautiful woman in my arms?
No. No, it's not.
I think that's the saddest part of all this. It's the first time I've had a woman on my lap in years. And I'm too tired to properly appreciate you.
She'll curl up to him. We don't have to do anything, but just lie here. If you want, I can help you to bed in a little bit.
I need to get back to Fiona and the kids. I have a couple of hours that I could completely neglect my duty to the courts for. I don't think they're going to fall apart without me. But... Is it Sunday or Monday?
Sunday.
Wow! He'll shake his head and look back at her. I didn't know if it was Sunday, Wednesday, or Monday.
You lost track of the days.
They all start to kind of run into each other after that. His brow will actually kind of furrow. How have I become so numb? So distant and cold. Not cold. Not a cold man, just to my own self, to my own needs, to my own desires. I'm a member of the Spring Court. Has my desires to help others grown so much that I've forgotten my own? His brow, like, really furrows.
It might not be spring court, but I can help.
Smile. You know, I'm tired, but maybe I need to, maybe I need to wake myself up a little bit.
She'll smile. She'll run her hand along his chest.
He'll coo at that, actually. One thing about him that might be delicious for her, all of the men that she's recently taken to bed have just been these fucking Adonis. Just these statues of fucking masculinity. This guy is rocking the best dad bod. He's got, like, punches in places. And it's soft. Do you know what he has? Body hair.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, all the rest of them are fucking smooth as babies. Will's got a little bit. Elias is like a fucking statue.
Yeah.
Fucking Lexa's got, you know, some trail. This one is a soft, squishy, fuzzy one.
Yeah, she'll actually really like that. Rose doesn't have any hair either.
He'll kind of chuckle, blush, and look down to himself. I don't really have time for the gym.
That does not matter to me at all.
He'll bite his lip, kind of blush. He'll actually pick her up. And he doesn't have the pure snatch that her husbands do. Like, oh, fucking God. Those men work out. They actually work out, like, not jokingly. He doesn't work out. No, he just doesn't. The most he gets out is every once in a while he might punch the bag around a little bit and pretend he ran the block. Like, he lifts fucking Subways up to his mouth. But speaking of footlongs, he lays you back in bed. And they'll lay her back in bed and crawl in next to her and push that squishy body up to her.
She'll cozy up to him.
I'm dying. I can't breathe. He'll look to her face.
She's smiling.
Take a breath and let it out. You wouldn't mind maybe kind of... I don't know what kind of woman you are. But you wouldn't mind taking charge a little bit here, would you? I'm lost. Like, I know what to do. Yeah, but...
She gets this very wicked smile on her face. Not at all.
He'll look up at her. That sensation, by the way, that familiarity.
Uh-huh.
Again, it's not overwhelming. It's just one of those, fuck, I wish I could place you.
Right?
I'm going to tell you something out of game. It's not something like he's your fucking brother from life or some shit like that. That's not what, oh my god, no. They're not related. Don't worry, we're not going there. Not with this character.
Okay. No, this character.
Not with this character. We're not being that tacky today.
Okay.
But he'll smile up.
So, how long exactly has it been since you've done anything like this?
2009? I think. There was a...
She'll stroke the side of his face, and she has this look like, oh my god, you poor thing.
There was this... He'll blush deeply, actually, and look down. He said there was this girl that... It was a one-night thing. She was visiting the court from another court, and there was this big feast, and he'll blush. He just kind of... He'll bite his lip. Oh, God. I say girl, she was a woman. God, what a woman. She was older than me, actually. She had this beautiful silver hair, and her body was amazing. She had a child or two, so she was soft in all the right places. Curves. Her name is Isabella. Bella, we called her Bella. It's really nice. Sorry, I didn't mean to take away from you. I just...
No, I asked.
She was a dancer, actually. And she'd been a ballet dancer most of her life. She's really flexible. Kind of like... Say softly, like as a joke. Not joking, but just kind of like she was flexible. She's a really beautiful woman. We talked on and off for a little bit after that, but I guess we just kind of lost touch. But she was... Wow. That was the last time I did anything. I know a lot of people might...
What happened?
Hmm?
What happened to her?
I don't know. I haven't spoken to her in so long. She's out in New Orleans, I think. She's one of the sources there. And I haven't really talked to her. I know she has kids. I know she worked on having kids. She's kind of like me. She never really had anyone. But she wanted to have children, so she made the deals or whatever she had to do, and she had 2 children. I don't know, I lost contact with her.
I don't really think I don't really think that her and I would mesh long term, to be honest. She was a little more fiery than I was. You may have noticed
smile.
I'm shy.
Maybe just a little.
It's just my
Honestly,
name.
honestly though, you're a lot less shy around me than I thought you would be.
I came into you naked on my desk. I figured at that point, a little bit out the window.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Trying to disrespect me as a woman, but
She.
I guess I'm led to believe that there may have been intention with your action. Put two small fingers together. I don't want to assume, nor do I expect anything. He just shakes his head.
She's smiling really wide. And she says, yeah, fucking Claudio.
Claudio.
We flipped a coin.
Oh.
I told him I would do it.
Claudio? You lost! There's no winning back. He's gonna win every time.
Oh, I know.
So you wanted to be naked on my desk. Okay. Now that I know that, he'll just kind of glomp her playfully and kiss her.
She'll kiss him back.
He's easy into things. He'll kind of he's pressing his body against hers and kind of sinking into it a little bit, like kind of not her body, literally.
Yes, I know.
We're not making life choices right now. And he'll kind of hold her close and just kind of look at her face. I don't know. I've always been on the shyer side. It's just my nature. I don't know. I wish I could say I knew where I got it from or why, or I don't remember who I was or anything before Arcadia.
Wow. Well, I mean, you were there when you were a baby, so you wouldn't.
I don't even know technically how old I am. I don't know when I was born. It'd be 300 years old. I'll just kind of shrug and smile.
You don't know how long you were in there. Time is weird in Arcadia.
Exactly. So I could be. I thought about looking for my parents once. I thought about it. But I was just so. He shrugs and just kind of. I don't know. Settled, content. I was happy. It's me. That's the way I am. Just okay. I mean, I'm not okay, but.
Yeah. I was taken when I was 11. I was only gone.
Sorry.
I was only gone for a year in this world. But in Arcadia, I'd been there for 16 years.
He'll softly frown.
So of course I couldn't go back to my life. My keeper, she was a real piece of work. She reminded me of the Red Queen from Alice in Wonderland, so I called her Red. She called me her little black rose.
Just smile.
So when I came back and I needed an identity, I kept it. Decided to call myself Rose Black.
It suits you. You remind me very much of a rose. Delicate and beautiful, but not without its thorns.
I definitely have thorns.
He'll smile. He'll be a little bit daring and lean back. Kind of slowly, seeing how she responds to it.
She will definitely relax and moan softly.
I'm sorry, I really don't know what to do. I mean, again, I know what to do. He just shakes his head.
Don't overthink it. Just do what you feel like doing. It'll come to you.
But where are we going to find that much chain and whipped cream?
Well, as a matter of fact, she kind of taps the side of her face. I don't have my bag with me. Oh.
Oh my. I'm not saying it might be a minor fetish of mine, but I didn't bring that up for nothing. But I highly doubt you're ready to unpack that.
She raises her eyebrows and she smiles.
I'm tied up.
You want to be tied up?
Yes. I mean, not right now. I'm not feeling it right now, but...
Well, that is something we can definitely explore. Sure.
I like a little bit of light BDSM. Tying up, the spanking, the whipping. Once it starts going into degradation, I'm not that okay. That's not my thing. But I haven't gotten to do that since I was younger.
Well, you've stumbled upon the right person.
Oh my. He'll chew his lip and he'll actually lean down and quickly, almost kind of like with a playful dart of his tongue, lick her nipple. Like just kind of like...
She'll laugh. Are you pretending to be a snake? Oh my. She'll take his hand and press it between her thighs.
He'll inhale sharply. And slowly draw his hand between her legs. And again, the look on his face is one of utter appreciation. And he'll find he'll find her core and gently stroke and touch.
She'll moan softly and she spreads her legs to give him easy access. She'll kiss him as he explores her.
Yeah, it takes him a second to kind of it takes him a second to kind of remember how this goes, but he does a good job. Does a good job. You working at dad bod? He'll actually kind of after she breaks the kiss, he'll kind of shake his head and kind of drop it to her shoulder with a soft chuckle. I'm so rusty.
It's completely okay.
He'll lift his hand to his mouth and place his fingers in his to his lips and kind of take her taste off of his fingers. It's funny because he's either the shyest, most reserved thing on God's earth, or it's like you can see peaks of this man could fuck me against the wall.
Right?
It's the weirdest thing. Like he's either like you either have to like walk him through like with training wheels, or fuck me now on the pool table.
Well, she's hoping to get him to that point.
Oh, it's getting there. He's
But
slow.
completely fine.
He'll smile and he'll roll atop her and kind of brace himself over her body and pull a leg up, basically, and kind of stroke her thigh.
She'll smile and moan.
I want to try something, and I'm not sure how open you are to it.
I'm open to a lot of things.
He'll bite his lip, and he'll pull his nightstand open and fish for a fuck all good amount of time. And he'll pull out a small tube of Astroglide.
Okay.
And he'll smile at her and pop the top and hold it over her chest and drizzle it across her breasts.
She'll shiver at the coldness of the lube. But she's smiling at him very curiously, like, what is he doing?
And he is going to... He'll kiss her stomach and under her ribs and the underside of her breast where he essentially didn't get any of the lube. And he'll move up her body until he's straddling her chest. And he will squeeze her breasts together and slide himself between.
That's what I thought he was gonna do. Oh yeah. Now Rose is not a stranger to this, but it has been a while, so she's okay. That's what he's doing.
And he'll grin down at her. It's actually like for a moment, oh shit, boy, I got a sultry grin. But he'll kind of yeah, he'll smile down at her and begin to roll his hips gently. Don't worry, I don't plan on doing this too long. I'm just trying to ease into it. And your...
Do I look like I'm bothered?
Nope. And your breasts are... Wow. Pardon my lack of eloquence. My blood, not brain. Nope.
You don't need to be eloquent here. It's completely fine.
So he'll spend a good couple of moments working her chest and kind of he'll actually get himself fairly close. That's how long he'll go for. And he'll pull back and slide down her body again. Kind of panting softly as he braces himself over her. And he'll slide himself over her entrance, actually. He'll let kind of the shaft of his length stroke across the apparatus below. Oh,
Yep.
It's a Henry Rollins reference, by the way. And he'll actually thrust for a good moment doing that, just completely stimulating her externally, like just really building it up.
She'll lean herself back and kind of lean her head back and moan as he's doing that.
And he'll get her closer and closer until her toes start to curl and she's gripping the sheets, I imagine.
Yes.
And he'll look her dead in the face and line himself up. And a brow will go up, looking for consent.
Oh, she bites her lip and gives a nod.
He thinks about the first inch of himself into her and holds it there. And begins to thrust. Just the shallow tip.
She inhales sharply and does the same.
His hands will basically kind of... Yeah, his hands will grab her waist and he'll give her just that shallow, short thrust. Watching her reaction to that.
She seems to be enjoying it quite a bit. She does like being, quote, teased like this. Though it's not really being teased. It's definitely different.
He'll run his hands up her body, slide them around to her back, reach up, and grab onto her shoulders. And make eye contact with her.
She'll give kind of a look and grin, knowing what he's about to do.
And he does it. With a very deep thrust forward.
She gasps and...
Yeah. And he'll actually rest there deep inside of her for a moment, just enjoying being inside of a woman again. His head will kind of roll back and he'll just let out a soft moan. One thing she notices about him is that he is actually a very quiet lover.
Okay.
Almost, he's a darkling, so it's almost eerily quiet.
Okay.
He'll press to her chest, basically like heart to heart, and just begin making love to her, to be honest. There's something... Can you give me another wit sympathy roll?
Yeah. Sure can. Still a +2?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Discord, stop lagging. Just one success.
It happens again. It's especially now that they're making love. It's like she's felt his touch, not his, but there's just something vaguely and oddly familiar about him.
She really wants to figure out what that is. And she's definitely enjoying what he's doing, but that is
It's
in the back of her mind. Like,
yeah, there's something about the way he's touching her. She has been touched like this before.
mhm.
There's something about the way that he does this. There's just something about it that's like, ah, wow.
Right?
Actually, as he's kind of like, as he's as they're doing it, I'm sorry, that was really juvenile. As it, while they're fucking, mm, he'll tilt his head and he's kind of like kissing her, and then he'll pull back and he'll say, "Is something wrong?"
She'll shake her head. No,
Your brow,
I just.
very knit. He'll pause a moment.
Oh, I just keep getting this feeling like, I don't know, maybe deja vu.
He'll think on him for a moment. Shrug, keep going. One eternity later. Um,
Right?
after about a good hour, actually, no fucking joke. He seems to be good, by the way, at getting very close and stopping himself and keeping going. So he actually can go for a very long time.
Nice.
And
Very
he will
nice.
indeed give her several orgasms. And especially as he starts to fall back into it, it's, oh, that's why he's in the spring court. Okay, we got it. Also, on top of that, he is an anti and can pull back into his mind all sorts of Kama Sutra moves and all that crazy shit.
That's awesome.
So they'll get to the point where they both peak and climax and just kind of fall back and just it is I imagine it for Rose it probably actually is very deeply satisfying.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And he's on cloud nine. He'll just kind of lay back and kind of stare at the roof of his hollow, just kind of like, oh yeah. It's just panting and kind of letting the sweat dry a little bit, you know. Um, he'll smile over at her after a minute.
She'll smile back at him.
Wow, that was amazing. You're amazing. That was.
Yes, indeed. Once you got comfortable. Well, I had no doubts, but
Onto his side and look at her.
she'll look back at him, studying him, still trying to figure out what the fuck is familiar about him.
You can try another roll.
Come on, Discord, stop being mean to me. And about to just roll on my phone. Right, come on. Oh my god. 6 successes.
Oh god, you made a lot of successes. Hold on, let me think of how to word this. I'm gonna type it actually.
Oh my god, that's a lot of successes. Oh my god.
When he rolls onto his side and kind of looks at her, and he touches her, and just something about her just boom, that person. It's like, whoa.
The look on her face is just like she's shocked, but also very, oh god, how do I put this? Like it's welcomed. Um like when she realizes
And he'll smile at her and kind of stroke her cheek.
and she'll stroke his in return.
I do need to get going soon. As much as I would love to stay here with you all night, I need to get back to Fiona and the kids.
I need to get home to my husband.
He'll smile.
But I would like to see you again.
Would you like to have dinner, baby, Wednesday night?
Go out on a date? Yes, yes, I would.
Well, okay, I wasn't thinking. I guess that would be what it was, wasn't it?
2 people who are, yes.
You know what? I can't argue that. You win. Yes, I would like to go on a date with you on Wednesday. Any particular preferences as to what we do? I'm not
She
a fan
shakes
of the
her head.
theater. He'll smile.
Do you like dancing?
I like it. That doesn't mean I'm good at it. And I mean, white man's over, right?
Well,
He'll
if
do
you
it.
like it, then we can do it.
He'll do the white man's overbite with the head bob.
She'll laugh.
Put his fist up, kind of pumping thing, like, oh yeah, look at my bad stuff. Probably never found me sexier, have you?
All right. How about we just have dinner and see where it goes from there?
I know where to take you. You'll enjoy it. But you have to do something that I've never seen you do. And I have seen you around before.
What's that?
Wear jeans and sneakers.
She blinks like, are you serious?
There's these pants, they're made of denim.
There's probably not a stitch of denim in her fucking closet. I'm gonna have to go shopping.
Oh god, the horror. And a top that you don't buy in a section that says knit or blouse, preferably. Like a t-shirt. A graphic t-shirt. I'll cover his mouth.
How about if I... Oh, should I wear one of Elias's Hawaiian shirts?
Yes. I too will wear a Hawaiian shirt.
All right.
And
Jeans,
socks with my
sneakers, and
sandals.
Hawaiian. She
Just
she visibly
over.
cringes at that. Like that is where she draws the line.
Okay. Look. But listen. But what if I wore Croc boat shoes? We'll stroke her cheek.
Excuse me, I think I'm gonna be sick.
I'll wear sneakers and New Balances, like Nikes. So Wednesday night, we'll go out. Just you and me. I'll pick you up at 5 here.
She'll nod.
Great. It's gonna be great, trust me. And he'll give her another kiss.
Yeah, she'll definitely kiss him back.
Do you want to borrow one of my shirts? Because kind of look her up and down like,
Back out there. I just need to holler for Claudio and he'll give me my clothes back.
yeah, you know he's gonna make you look for him, right? Like with a shrug, like that's just a fact. He'll get out. He'll get out and he'll get out of the hollow with her, and he'll if she needs a shirt, he'll give her one, whatever. And he'll pull his clothes back on. Actually, he'll pull in. What he'll do is he'll pull his pants on and his boxers on, and when they get back, he'll pull his tank top on, like the undershirt he had on. Which for a moment actually creates a pretty impressive picture. And he'll slide the white shirt he was wearing onto her and kind of button it up. It comes down to about her mid thighs. And he'll smile.
She'll smile.
Look adorable. I'm not even gonna lie. He'll roll the sleeves up for her. Okay. Well, he'll give her a parting kiss. Like one of those final kiss kind of things.
She will drink it up and she'll give him a hug after kiss.
He'll hug her back. Very genuine, warm hug. And he'll let her go and let her track down Claudio.
And yes, she will go and attempt to track down Claudio.
So she finds Claudio in his office. Wearing a dress. With his brows up, like, come and get it.
She leans on the door frame.
He took her heels from the office. Got them kind of dangling on his feet, like on the balls of his feet, because he can't get them fuckers all the way on. No way.
Nope.
And he's kind of in her little dress, kicking his feet. I'm glad to see he's stretchy. He's actually not that tall. He's shorter than her, actually. Claudio's only 5'8".
Oh my god. He's shorter than her by an inch, I think.
Yeah. He seems
Yeah.
tall as fuck. He's Italian and little. And he's just kind of like kicking his little feet, like, lol.
She just can't help but laugh at him. And of course, he'll notice that she's wearing a shirt.
And everything.
Head. How long have you been like that, waiting for me to come back?
I'll think on it for a moment. About 30 minutes. I was moved.
Wanted my scent all over you.
Oh yeah, could be the first time.
I'm going out with him on Wednesday.
Oh my. His brows will go up.
But she's got a smile plastered all over her face. Like,
Oh, you're happy. I love it when I make you happy. told
He
you.
seems happy too.
I'm glad. Who wouldn't be happy with you on them? My God. If you aren't fucking happy, you need to die.
And then she like makes a realization.
But
Fiona,
yes.
well, I don't know if she'd be jealous if I'm seeing Dominic.
I think that if you slept with that man, because I'm sorry, but he's kind of looking you over like, don't even play with fuck me. Um, and this is when you decide that you might throw things off because of Fiona? I might have a corpse on my hands. So I need to let you know if I need to plan a funeral. You really didn't think about that.
She shakes her head. When I was with him, you reminded me so much of Lexa. I've lost myself.
He'll kind of wiggle out of her dress and throw it on the table because he's having a lot of trouble having a serious conversation wearing her clothing.
Sorry, I didn't mean to bring down the mood.
Well, because I take your clothes off, you assume I'm out of the mood? That there's no part of that sentence worked. He's wearing boxers, by the way, but he still has her shoes delicately dangling off a foot, proving why he's the fucking concert of this court. Are you having regrets? Are you okay?
Oh, I'm not having regrets. Actually.
Maybe you shouldn't tell her?
Yeah, maybe.
Look, I
Should
mean,
I tell him
honestly,
not to tell her?
no, but that's not even a question. I'll make sure she fucking knows not to say anything. But it's one of those things where what would be the benefit of telling her other than to hurt her? She doesn't need to know,
Well,
right?
I don't want to. No, but we're going out on Wednesday night, which means she might want to know where he's going.
Maybe you could try to make another try at. He'll hold a hand up like, no. He'll shake his head. No, no, no. That would not end well. Are you okay?
I am very much okay.
He'll slip her shoes off and slide them back over to her.
He is an amazing man.
Dominic?
Yes.
Oh, God, yes. He's one of my best friends.
Boy, is she missing out.
He'll shrug. What's on her? Look, she's picky. And you know what? She has every right to be, and that's fine. And I'm not going to hold it against her. And to be honest, she doesn't owe him anything. Being that they're raising children together.
No.
She doesn't want to take the time to get to know him. Or
I wasn't saying that. I wasn't saying that she did. I'm just observation.
Huh? What was that again?
She said I wasn't saying that that she did owe him anything. I was just making an observation.
I get kind of sensitive over that. That you didn't say it, but there are others who have, and it's bullshit.
I know.
But
it is. I agree.
You know what? The heart won't what it wants, and if she doesn't want him, hold his hand up. Whatever. No one can force her hand. He's a damn good man. He'd make any woman. But he co-parents with him. So Luchi shrugs. I would rather that they live authentically than try to force a relationship and it affect the children.
Of course. I'm sorry, I just...
No, tell me, please.
I don't know why he reminds me of Lexa so much. I can't... So weird.
Maybe dig into Lexa's backstory. Do you know anything about his life before he was taken to Arcadia?
No, not really.
Maybe he's a sibling or a shrug. I don't know. You have to talk to Lexa.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm going to. The familiarity, I need to figure that out. Familiarity, though, just more inclined to get to know him and spend time with him. And
I'll nod.
she's smiling. He can tell that she really enjoyed her time with him.
He'll look at her fondly. Talk to Tucker. See what's going on.
She'll nod.
Even if nothing, I need to do it for myself. He'll nod. I also need to find my son and his little communist dragon. Oh my god, what the hell? They're gonna eat the bourgeoisie one day. Just throw his hands up and get up in his boxers. Slip on his Crocs.
Oh, no, really?
Yeah, fucking. You know what? When you fuck me, you can burn them. He'll just look at her like, there you go.
You talk to Tucker and we'll arrange that.
But they're pink! And he holds them up and shakes his foot.
She just laughs. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
You are...
He'll smile. He has little hearts all over his
You
boxers.
are something else.
He'll bow at her.
Horrible. She'll walk over and wrap him in a hug.
He'll hold her tight. He'll rest his chin on her shoulder. Well, he'll kind of bounce a little bit because he needs to reach it, but I'm kidding. He's not that short.
She hasn't put her shoes back on yet. Jeez.
If he had put his shoes on, yeah, maybe he would have had to, but He'll nuzzle her nose. He'll think about it and nip her ear softly.
She'll flinch a little bit, like, you know, just and let out a little bit of a yip.
He'll spank her and then he'll break away. Stop! Oh my god, go away before I make life regrets.
Fine, I'm leaving. But I want to see you again soon.
Yes, Wednesday night. Fucking cheeky grin. Let's just look at her like he loves her. Just pass out whenever. I never leave.
I know you'd like to be a literal fly on the wall, wouldn't you?
Yes. God damn that man, Andre, though.
I know, right?
Right.
I'm gonna have to convince William and him to have a threesome. That's just gonna have to happen.
Jesus! Oh my God! Can I please join?
Make it a party.
You, me, William, Tucker. But Tucker won't touch you. Don't take it the wrong way. He is. Stefano wouldn't allow it. He'll just wave his hands. He's got a little voice in his head. Its name is Stefano, and every time he sees Vagine, Stefano screams.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Literally, I have seen this man go rock solid, like a fucking Adonis statue, okay? To just gone. Like, in the garage, the boys too, gone.
Wow.
I don't even think he likes breasts.
Well, okay then. What? No, okay. Seriously. Even
no.
gay men like breasts.
Okay, come on, no. No. I already threw you at one man today. I can't throw you at two. I can't. I can't. Tell me I can't.
You can't.
Thank you. I possess the ability. I possess the ability, but not the capability.
If I was going to throw myself at another man today, it would be you, but I can't, so.
Nobody hard enough. Stop!
She'll kiss him on the cheek.
He's gritting his teeth.
And then she'll slip her shoes on, throw Dominic's shirt at him. Make sure he gets this back.
He'll stare at her naked form like, why? Why?
And then she'll put her bra and her dress back on.
Why?
Hey, you get to keep my panties.
I know. I'm gonna go fuck the wall socket now. Bye. He'll slam the door to his office.
Then she'll just laugh. And she will leave the spring court.
Oh my God, she had a very spring day. The day she goes home to her daughter.
She did. Yes.
There's
she
something
will go straight home.
There was something I wished for that exists for Rose that, like, I swear to God, she exemplifies. Yeah, Alexa is basically just he's fucking chilling, like, doing something in his house that is his house.
Yes, Rose
Actually,
walks in.
No. Him and Elias are fucking playing video games.
Yes! Awesome. Rose walks in. She's got a bit of a spring in her step.
They are yelling emphatically in Russian. It sounds like they're probably planning to take something down that's important and will land them both in jail.
She's delighted that she can actually now understand some of what they're saying. So she can actually listen to
Yeah, Lexa was basically like, you fucking edgelord, get off your ass and follow me. Come on, I need you to cover me. No, murk this guy. Murk, no!
She'll start laughing.
And they'll kind of like look over their shoulder. Hi! At the same time.
Hi.
One will get the other one killed, basically. And Lexa will just turn it like Elias and like yell in his face, like, ah! Oh! And like kind of playfully slap his cheek.
God, you two are so cute. I can't get over it.
And he'll turn and he'll let off a string of Russian at her about this fucking dickhead, let him fucking die. They're so close to his high score. And then now you just, and it just doesn't even, he can't, and just fuck. Elias
She'll just laugh and shake her head.
Elias is like, well, maybe if you let somebody have some control every once in a while instead of being a fucking nag lord.
Okay, Rose is dying now.
No, control your resources, blah, blah, blah. Ready to start a fucking war over here because of this fucking game.
Oh, Rose is dying. She's laughing so hard.
Lex will just cross his arms and look back at her. I don't know why you fucked this guy. He'll just shrug.
He has his moments. She'll give a playful wink at Elias.
Oh, back here.
She'll walk over to Lexa and give him a big hug.
He'll scoop her up and give her into his arms and give her a hug and a kiss.
I missed you.
I missed you too. So much.
Claudio. I went
This
and saw
is
him
not
today.
going to end well. Amusing, probably, but not well. Go on.
She just like looks at him like, what?
He just shrugs. Anything that starts with Claudio the Naughty can never end well.
I think it
He
depends
actually
on.
likes
I think it depends on your version. Well, I saw him today because I haven't really talked to him in a while, so I went to see him. And I'm gonna have a new project. Her name is. What's her name? Jasmine? Out of character?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Jasmine.
Her name's Jasmine.
When you say
Said
project,
that-
do you mean this is a new lover or
No, she wants to know how she came to me for fashion advice.
well, of course she came to the best.
So project as in girling her up, I suppose. But she's very beautiful, but she's grungy.
Grungy? He'll shrug, kind of like, okay. Shoes, clothes, bra, boobies. He'll nod.
But anyway, I talked
Elias is the one that's more fashion conscious.
to which Rose definitely appreciates.
Lexa likes to say something often. He's queer, not a fag.
Oh, for sure, right?
That's exactly what he says. He says he's queer, not a fag. I'm sorry, I know that's a little bit wrong, but there you go.
She just shakes her head. So I talked to Claudio and we caught up on things and well, he wanted me to and I wanted to meet Dominic.
He'll nod.
Oh, he can't to do anything because I will fucking do it just to spite you, right? I mean,
He just shakes his head like, what do you want?
well, he heard about. Of course, he did. You know, William told him about the other night when I was home.
Ah.
So he wanted. He thought that it would be funny if I did that in Dominic's office.
His face lights up like, oh, dish.
So I was like, and you don't think that I would do that? And he's like, all right, I'll flip a coin. And I'm like, all right. And he flips a coin. He always wins. So whatever. But, you know, heads, I go naked, and tails, I don't. And of course, it was heads. So I stripped down to everything. Oh, Dominic, or Claudio kept my panties, by the way. Anyway, I stripped down to nothing but my heels and sprawled myself across his desk. Absolutely speechless when he came through the door.
As one would want to be, yes.
And I introduced myself to him, and of course he's heard my name, because who hasn't, right?
Naturally.
And so we got to talking, and he said that he was a baby when he was taken. He was a cherub.
He'll tilt his head.
And we talked for a while, and then he took me back to his hollow. And he was a little rusty. It's been a long time since he'd been with a woman, anyone. And
Hello.
she looks fondly at Lexa, but I'm not a stranger to helping.
He'll bite his lip.
Once he got his stride, he was very, very satisfying.
Ooh. Oh my.
We're
He's
gonna
enjoying
go
it.
out. We're gonna go out on Wednesday.
Oh yeah?
I told him that I just wanted serious because I have plenty with you and Elias, but I can provide him companionship, friends with benefits, as it were. Get to know him, and he has this familiarity about him. He reminds me of you.
Hold on.
Why is that? Do you know?
Me? He reminds you of me.
Yes.
He'll shake his head and kind of look back at maybe Elias. Kind of like, I don't know.
He, like, it kept nagging me and I couldn't quite put my finger on it, and then all of a sudden it hit me. And there's a familiarity about him that is very much like you, Alexa.
Like me.
We might have to. Yes.
I don't, I can't think of any reason.
Did you have any family before Arcadia?
No, dear, I was born from a nutshell. He'll just shake his head at her like, really?
She'll playfully glare at him like, you shit.
And he'll just smile at her and shake his head. Yes, of course I did. I was married before I was taken. Remember, we were both, Elias and I were taken when we were both very young. Not very young. Oh my god. We were taken a very long time ago.
Yes.
I had a wife. I had a child, but he died when he was younger. And he didn't make it to a year old.
He ponders that for a moment. Sorry about that.
I'll shrug. It was a very long time. The world was different. You didn't get attached to your children when they were that young. It was common for them not to survive. Elias will nod his head and say, I've had 2 children I lost. He didn't really become attached until you're sure they would survive. And Lex will nod.
Had an infant who died. Dominic said he doesn't know when he was born, how long he'd been in Arcadia. When he was 2 or 3, because he'd gotten too old. How we all know how time is.
Picking up a lot, by the way.
Am I? Ah. What all did you hear?
Time, and that's it.
She said, we all know how time is in Arcadia. I don't know. Let's just, I
He'll
missed
tilt
you.
his head.
Spence.
You look like your brain has kind of. You look like you're in wine and sleep mode.
She'll nod. It's been a crazy few days. Can we just relax?
He'll smile and he'll take her to the bedroom. And basically just get her bathed up and kind of take a shower with her slow and long. Little kisses here and there. Elias will stick his head in and kiss them both. Hawaiian shirt on, pants ready to go. He's going to work.
Yep.
And he'll wave them goodbye and head out. And Alexa will crawl into bed with her and pull her into his arms.
And yes, Rose will definitely uh, curl up into him and just relax and enjoy being there with him. That is where we can end, unless you had something else.
Softly say in Russian that fucking edgelord got me murked.
She'll just laugh.
So, yes, now you can end it.
All right. Oh, thank you for playing. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time. Blah, blah, blah.